All right, boys, let's go do it. Come on, Bastion. There you go. Look at those new haircuts on the boys. Aren't you handsome? Where you going? You don't even want to show off? What do you got there? You got a flower too? Did the groomer give you a flower? What a handsome boy. All right, so here we are, Sunday, July 7th. It's about 12:30. Already 80 degrees out. A little drier than it's been. It was pretty humid this week. And thus we've had a lot of growth, got a lot of rain too, so everybody's happy. We got our first nasturtium flowers starting here. The fountain's going. Moving over here, the campanula is starting everywhere now. So we'll pick up more of that around the yard as we go. Little by little we're getting there with the stargazer lily pods. But we got some more of the daylily over here, more of the campanula of course, with tiny little bees in there. See that moving around? And of course the sweet William has been the big winner this week. The hosta, the stalks are finally opening and going along here. I think this is the most stalks we've had on each plant this year. There's quite a few on there. And the hydrangea, now we're really starting to get the flowers everywhere. All the color variations. Just continuing over here. All kinds of little pollinators and bees, and I just saw a blue damsel. And a little happy bee up in there. And over here. So these guys are almost up to my chest height. And this one here. There's that damsel. Yeah, and little by little starting to open, and knock on wood, stomp on the ground, the deer never got up to chew all those up. Misha, you keeping the deer away? These kitties. Hey, Sebastian, come on, boys. You're watching your brothers be bad. Come on, buddies, come on. Garden's down here. Okay, moving on. We got some more new stuff over here. Namely this echinacea. Opening up. Look how pretty that is. Look at that color on there. And then these two are slowly starting to open. Yeah, you like those? Hi. Hi, handsome. Who's a good boy? You are. Yeah. You a good boy? And crunch. Yeah. You don't want a peanut butter? How about a bacon treat? If you're lucky, your dad has a little vending machine in his back pocket. There you go. More of the sweet William here. And this rose is finally starting to get buds on it. Got a little one here, a little bit bigger one back there, one at the top. This garden's moving in. We got some flowers on the zucchini in the middle. Standing back further, I'm really noticing how much growth this hydrangea shrub is getting. It's starting to reach the top now, and almost this entire side, front to back, is covered. Already getting age now. The flowers on the milkweed. I'm also going to pop the camera up above my head and just see what it looks like in here with the little robins. I have no idea. So I guess I'll see what that looks like in editing. Who's a big boy? What a shot with the sky behind you there. Handsome boy. Hey. You're a good boy. Stay right there. Just give me some options when I'm editing later. Get some good thumbnails, baby. So peaches are a little further along again. They're getting there. This hot weather will make a difference. I can't believe how many we got. If you remember a couple videos ago, I was talking about just how many I pulled off when I was culling them to make room. And I thought I was, in some places being a little sparse, but I still left way too many. Where's your brother? Where's Teddy? Teddy got groomeds too. They both did yesterday. Shout out to Fox Hill Pet Resort in Marlow. They do an awesome job. And they're really, really good with the boys. So back to the flowers. The Sweet William all through here. Some of it's already starting to pass on some. Marigolds are doing well. Keeping an eye out. We're expecting somewhere in here we'd planted the cone flowers and they showed up like really late in the year. I think it was last year. So maybe those will come back. We'll see. Next big exciting story is the bee balm is popping open like fireworks over here. So the red first, the purple is what's over there on the left. It's still unopened. But bees are liking the balm. And I was watching butterflies on there earlier today. And we got more of the campanula in here. And we have two varieties of the lilies open. These beautiful painted pale ones. Even the dragonflies hanging out here. And we have the red lilies, which these were open, starting to open, a little past open. It was hard too. We got another heavy downpour yesterday. So that's kind of hit or miss. The lilies and some of the marigolds too got top heavy. But the black-eyed Susans are still going strong. Bringing in the butterflies and everywhere. Pretty much every time I look out a window, I'm seeing, a number of butterflies around here, there, back and forth. All right. Look how big this hydrangea has gotten. So this one is brand new. And it does have good size flower heads on it now that they're really opening up and spreading. So those are doing good. Even this chewed up hosta here is managing to put out some flowers. And this one back here was untouched. We're already getting open. All the wild meadow sweet has been opening up too. We got a bunch of that up the driveway as well. And while I'm over here, baby. Just zoom in on the cattails. That's maturing nicely. Looking on Facebook, some people are already cutting their new growth cattails and eating it in whichever forms. All right, Bastion, we gotta move on. We still got a lot to cover. Want to go in the garden, baby? All of our wild raspberries and blackberries are ripening. The stray Sweet William that comes back every year. And the slowpoke hydrangea, which just the hint of flower buds, I think. But all that new growth. Try to get a good spot here up against the window so we can see in 2024 how high it is, so we can compare again next year. And now look up over here. This is what we get to see out our kitchen window. every morning. All these colors from these bright yellows and orange hints over here. Some of the hosta flower here, along with the bee balm, and all the sweet william back here that has been spreading like crazy. With the campanula in the back. And then just up through the fence there, it's really bright with the sun hitting it now, but on the other side of the fence there's more sweet william. So this is actually doing really good for a fairly narrow bed. It's packing a lot of color, a lot of variety into it. Foamy bells still have their little flowers on there. And unfortunately the clematis looks like it's down to that one last flower, which is already getting old on that side, and just one flower on this side. So pretty much decided for us that we are going to transplant that someplace to make it happier. A little bit of new growth on this rose. It looks like we missed a flower. That could have come quick during the week and then the rain maybe kicked it off and we just didn't happen to notice. Dee did a lot of thinning out here, which I think we're going to convert to more of a moss garden just because it's shaded most of the day. And I think it gets extra overgrown as everything's putting out more green, just looking to get as much sunlight as possible in that area. All this nice dappled effect here, but I do have to thin. That pine tree's got to go before it gets any bigger. And the forsythia, at least thin out. Looks like we got a beech tree growing there. This variety of hosta here. I think these are going to have white flowers if I remember. Hi, bye. Whoa. I know you're excited. I'm excited too. I'm excited too. We got so much going on up here. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So you notice on the planters we got those shade covers, which are also good for keeping the bugs off of things until, of course, you start getting flowers. Then you want to open it so the pollinators get in there. But it's been pretty good because the lettuce was growing so fast under that strong sun, we couldn't keep up with it. So before it bolted, we got those to put on. And we're just lifting them now because we've had, we had some rain and some good winds and lots of pollinators around and lots of flowers open, but we'll get there. So here's the frog garden with all the sweet williams. They're looking fantastic. This garlic over here, we've been slowly pulling scapes and using them pretty much every night. But look at this. Here's one bit of excitement. This rose, all three flowers open. That was the first one. This one, there was a worm on it, so that was a little damaged. But just planted this year from like 3-inch tall spikes, brand new, and a matter of weeks. Okay, we'll stay over here first. So down here we have sunflowers in the front here, a line of sunflowers. Up here. And in the back, that's the horseradish. That's a temporary home for it until we can find a new one. And then we have the cucumber over here. And I'm not sure what that is. I think more cucumber and watermelon. Yes, watermelon over there. So the idea is we're going to get some strings and get it up onto the fence so it can grow along the fence. And now down here, there are 3 surviving pumpkins. There's this one, which is, I could probably use some mulch. It's a little bit behind. This one, and of course I got to string trim again. With this patch here, this one's doing really good. Looks like it's getting a number of stalks on it with flowers, both male and female. And then this one back here. So they're doing pretty good. Should be a huge amount of growth to next week with all the heat we're having. So here we got a pepper plant with flowers on it already. Here's the lettuce. You can see where we've been chopping it off because it's been getting so tall. And we have, drumroll please, asparagus. This one's already starting to turn into a fern. Just noticed this yesterday. Coming out checking the garden, and 2 more over here. And around the back there's another 3 or so. The tomato, it's in there. It's already got 3 big ones. It's got a couple more small ones there. And we've been staking this up now against the side here. But here's some more of the asparagus. Lots more flowers on the tomatoes. Over on this side, the cucumbers staked up on the side, on the strings. And we already have, of course they're all not in a good position, but yeah, you can see we got cucumbers starting there. And a tomato in the center. Let's see if I get a better view on the other side. We have carrots starting here. Let's see any flowers on that pepper. And I think they're banana peppers. That's what we're doing this year. So this cucumber already grabbing onto the string from yesterday. And that tomato there. The plant itself is, no, there's two tomatoes. So there's a good sized one on that one, and then this one here is a little smaller. Again, more flowers. And while I'm in here, we just noticed this morning, looks like we have a Cecropia moth that maybe flew in here during the storm yesterday. Wing edge is looking a little ragged, but certainly wasn't here. Wherever, you know, she emerged from, found her way here under cover. How we doing, baby? You proud of your garden? Look at you with sunflower behind you. You got, oh, what are you digging in the sand for? Because it's fun? Huh? Hey. It's a little too close for a thumbnail, don't you think? Huh? How you feeling? The shorter ears, I know, I see the bug. I see the deer fly. Okay. Also, just like on the other side, it's already grabbing the twine that we put up yesterday. And 1, 2, 3, 4 still with a flower, another flower. This tomato, again, we trained that one up and held it. And also in this bed, we have more asparagus. And I thought there was one over there. Misha may have stomped on it. But here's more tomatoes coming. And then this cucumber here also just grabbed for the vine there. So that's going to be well on its way. If in a day it's already grabbing onto the string. Just came through here. First broccoli, second smaller under there. Another broccoli here. Cabbage is doing good. We're already up nice and high. So the rain is not beating it down like it did last year. So again, massive, massive thanks to finding the raised bed solution. Well worth the money. Willow's doing good, getting taller. I wish I had had a way to figure out how tall it was when I put it in the ground, like as a someplace I could take a picture for reference. But at this point, there's no tension on these. It's just to keep her from going a little too far if the winds get really strong. Okay, moving around here. Sunflowers are coming in, getting taller. Back there. So there should be, I can tell the leaves are a little different, this and this, so these may just be regular big. I think these are the mammoth back there and there. And on the sides, I'm not sure which are which, but here are calypso beans. This side here is just starting to get a little bit of flowers, but here we already got some flowers started above and below. And these are bush type, so these I mean, if need be, we can just give them a little support against that, but they shouldn't need to follow any strings or anything. More sunflowers here. Now it's starting to get big and tall. And the thistle. Yeah, every arm has the start of a flower on it, all the way up. So that's actually, this one here is just above my head. A beautiful specimen. I'm glad we let it go. And let's see, I think that's it for up here. Is that it, you think? Or you got anything else to show? I like your haircut. Did you? Bugs? Okay. Hope I got some good thumbnails to work with. Good boy. I suppose your brother already went in. Alright, I don't want to rush down through here like I usually do, because the hosta, we got more flowers starting on this elephant ear. And the nasturtium is getting bigger. I think this area is starting to get a little too shady toward the back. Looks like something broke off there. I'm not sure if they were leaf heads that something bit off or if they're flower bits, but there's actually quite a number of them. I'll have to check with the boss. Over here, this nasturtium hitting the sun, really stretching now. And the begins with a P. Periwinkle starting to spread down the hill. Campanula just up here growing out where the May pinks and everything else comes and goes. That moose maple is taking a drink out of the fountain. I'll put that on the list, Sebastian. Coleus on the porch is doing good. And Nisha's garden. More flowers. And even this little hosta over here is opening up, getting ready to flower. Stay. Stay right there. Good boy. How about a treat? All right. Good boy. And the vincas are doing good. They're not long yet, but they are poking up high and even getting a little bit of new growth off the center, which is always good to see. Or is that nasturtium? That might be nasturtium. But still, even the vinca is poking up. Doing well over here. We even managed to have a little bit of Sweet William in this bed and Campanula. It's just, it gets so much shade. It's always a gamble that we'll get anything out of that. All right, baby, I think we're done. Yeah? You know, we're not going up the driveway now. We'll take a walk in a bit. We'll get everybody going. But should be clear today, clear and hot tomorrow, and I think later in the week, once the remnants of that hurricane down in the Gulf hits the jet stream toward the end of the week, we may get a lot of rain again for next weekend. So I guess we'll be mowing the lawn before then. Come on, baby. Let's go get some water. I know it's hot. It's hot. Well, thank you for watching, and we will catch you guys next week probably, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot more interesting stuff. What do you say, Mish? You liking the gardens? She just needs some shade? All right, kids. Thanks for watching.